What's going on, people? I didn't even share this video like I normally do. I'm just not gonna share it at all. I'm gonna let people find it on its own. Um, this is, to me, um, some of the most telling information I've received from the league, about the league, rather. That people know this and been knowing it for over 6 months since last year and hadn't really been saying anything about it because they kind of don't believe it. But this CBA is going to be very aggressive if the players are even thinking, or the union is even thinking in the direction that they're talking. The owners mean business in every aspect of the word. They're not playing any games. And from what we've seen lately, there's going to be a lot of changes moving forward. Um, this whole thing is gone to a level where people just don't know where exactly it's going to land. A lot of players are not liking that they're being dictated to when it's supposed to be a democracy. It's a dictatorship that's about to take place. Oh, thank you. Salute. No, I won't. I won't keep you long. We will do the video about John Morant, but we just haven't gotten there yet because of this. This is, I feel, is more important. This is towards blacks males only, pretty much. But it affects all the players. But since it's a predominantly black league, um, the owners are not playing games in this new CBA. The union has already been informed that if the players decide to opt out of the agreement that they have in place right now, like if they want to opt out of things, and if they make this decision, the owners are prepared. The owners have basically, in collusion, prepared, informed the board of governors their plans. If these players decide that they want to start a strike, what they're going to do, if there's an NBA strike, guess what's going to happen, good people? Shortened season is that's not even that wasn't even on the table. They're talking about a hard cap. You're gonna have shorter contracts, and the owners are threatening no guaranteed money. And they're dead serious. No more guaranteed money. So if they opt out of this deal, this is the hugest information. And I felt this is more important than talking about John Morant. And I know they're not for to send this video where it's supposed to go. The owners are prepared for no guaranteed contracts anymore in this new CBA. Hard caps and shorter contracts. And they mean business. They ain't playing around. Hard caps is like hard for your salary cap. You're gonna be, yeah, you can get taxed. They might go up on luxury tax too. These owners ain't playing. Well, it'll effectively hurt the superstar players. All this automatically guaranteed contract stuff is gonna stop. That's what the owners is threatening if they're not getting their way on what they want in this new CBA. They want to go to the table and negotiate, but if the union said we gonna strike, that's what they coming with. The owners ain't playing around. I told y'all this was coming 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I told you this was happening. The owners can't afford another strike, or the players can. See, most of you guys are looking at the superstars. Well, what about those guys that's making 300 thousand after they take all the money out of it with taxes? What about them? Kevin Durant will be fine. Kyrie will be fine. You know, all these Lucas, they'll be fine. What about those other players? What about the rookies who just got in the league? I'll be very upset. I come into the middle of a strike. Well, no, this is not about that. It's about it's about what it's always about. Players having too much control. And over the past years, they've been affecting the trades, which was supposed to belong to the to the owners. Now it went from the owners to the power going to the players. They're forcing trades. Free agency belonged to the player, trade belonged to the owners. Now they're controlling both. It's not good. It's not good at all. The owners aren't happy about it. Yeah, all that's going to be on the table if they start talking strike. Players ain't messing around. I mean, the owners ain't messing around. So if you pull that strike stuff out, they're talking no more guaranteed contracts, harder caps, and shortened contracts. So don't forget to hit the like button on there. I just wanted to keep you guys informed. If I get more information, I'll let you know. But that's coming from what's going to happen from the owner's side. The union is aware that if they don't come in here with a "we're going to work this out" mentality, or you start threatening strike, the owners ain't playing that game this time. You said what? That mean the less coddled, overpaid bums, lowering contracts, money. Well, you got to think how we get here. I'll stick around to explain how did we get here. This is the house that Jordan built. Magic and Bird and Dr. J, right? You had Dr. J in that era where the NBA absorbed the ABA. Then you had the Bird and Magic era, which was basically the 80s, which had Isaiah and all the talent when Jordan first came in. You had Barkley, and the new plethora took over. By 87 or 88, the Celtics were done. The Bird Magic thing was done. Magic was still going, but then that died out. And it ended abruptly, but they didn't mind at that time because they had just passed the torch to Michael Jordan. Jordan is now the catalyst of the league, and he takes it from a $200 million business to a $1.5 billion evaluation. And I mean the Bulls, not the whole league. They were a $200 million team. And he took a $200 million team. And they were lower than that when he got there. But during the 80s success, they built up to 200 million. So when they started winning championships, they were at 200 million. By the time he left, they were at 1.5 billion. So imagine where the league was at that time. They've expanded the league to billions off of the back of Michael Jordan. The Dream Team made that happen. Hmm. Yes, this is LeBron's fault. This is LeBron's fault. And it was the league's fault for the way they did it. This is the NBA's fault, which is the front office, the board of governors, the commissioner, and everybody else, which pissed off the rest of the owners. The whole banana boat crew with LeBron, Wade, and Chris Bosh, when that move happened, that created a whole influx of problems because nobody cared about Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen joining Paul Pierce because each one of those guys tried to win at their place for years and had their careers and they're older. So they're just trying to get together to see if they can win a championship, which had been tried before in the latter parts of their career. They're just going to see if they can win a championship. They're at the tail end of it. So this is what it is. Let's see if we can win a championship. Oh, poor Dick. He thinks that the news have to report everything before it's news. He's unaware that I've broken many stories, me, by myself. Then you find out later down the road that yeah, it's true. So just say okay and move along. And then when you're proven wrong again, or if they prove me wrong, you can come back. But when the negotiations start and they start saying, "Whoa, the owners are saying that if it's a strike, this could happen." Don't come back in and just say, "Everybody gonna say Carcino told you so." So, hey, glad you're here though. To stick around, your loyalty is noted. Hit the like button, good people. But let's get back to how this is the league's fault, as long as LeBron. The league worked with LeBron to help facilitate this deal to Miami to go play with Dwayne Wade. They decided they were going to pull this off. Pat Riley, his team, the league had to be notified that LeBron is planning on moving to Miami because here's how the league knew, and they didn't even tell you about it. LeBron James has to apply for a new number because he can't wear 23 in Miami. He didn't know that. Pat Riley retired the number 23 in honor of Michael Jordan. So he couldn't do that. So he had to apply while he was still playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. As he was told he can't play that number. So while he was doing that and they were putting this thing together, they said the number 23 is retired. You're going to need a new number. Then LeBron tried to make it look like he was doing it in honor of Michael Jordan. It's like, no, nobody care about your honor. The number there is in the rafters. It's retired in honor of Michael Jordan. As Pat Riley believes, no player should be wearing 23 for what Jordan did to the league, meaning everybody got a chance to eat. So how did we get here? LeBron was doing what he was doing in the league. The NBA shares a responsibility. David Stern and the rest of the NBA shared the same individual responsibility for putting that together while LeBron was in the prime of his career. All three guys were in their prime as far as age: Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Bosh. Then, not to mention, you're right. That's why they're looking for NBC to get in to sweeten the deal. That's true, Alexander. The NBA do want increase in right fees. I mean, a decrease in right fees, or they want the rights and all the fees and all that. They want that to be higher, to get more rights. That's why they want to have this international tournaments. Because if they start putting these tournaments on in Paris and London, they want to. The NBA wants to travel abroad. They really want to put an NBA team, have them go over there and do like a mini tournament in Paris. They'll do a little mini thing in the summer to try to promote teams. And they mostly want to use teams that just missed the playoffs. That's why they used like the Bulls and the Pistons. Had that game over there. Nobody cares about those teams right now. But to them, it's an NBA game. These are NBA teams. They don't have any real superstar. DeRozan's not a superstar. Zach Levine, come on. But you know, what are they gonna do? You take the Lakers over there. You know what's gonna happen? The Lakers went last time the Lakers been there. Magic Johnson went, and then he had to get sent home because that's when he tested positive. We know they wanted Carmelo. Carmelo took the long-term 6-year deal with Denver. He wasn't finna take a 3-year reduced money. He wasn't finna give teams a discount. He wanted his money. Well, let's look at it from the Onyx perspective. Now they went and put this together. Now other players are going to follow this format. All these other players and teams are going to start putting all these younger talents is going to say, "Oh, we can do that. Look what happened over there." They're going to follow this system. So the owners were very alarmed by this, and this would cause the strike right after the Mavs championship. The union and the players and the owners could not come to an agreement, and they had to hit the strike. Okay, now we know this guy's just a troll. He said they don't want to go international. Stop. Okay, so now we all know you're troll. Now, congratulations, you just proven that you are a troll. Now, for the rest of us, we will move moving forward without you. Now, well, you got to look at what's, like I said, what's on the table. At that time, the owners did not like it because this was making the small market teams lose their superstar players to big teams. If the big teams got money, they would just absorb all the talent from the smaller league players. So if you absorb all the money from the smaller league players, they are losing money, these owners, at a rapid pace. To like, it's okay to break even every year. A lot of these guys own teams, they don't make money from the teams. Like, no one owns an NBA team to get rich. They're already rich. This is the misconception that people like us think. Like, man, I want to own an NBA team one day. We think owning an NBA team will get us rich. No. Only perks that comes is you get to write things off and you get to show off to your friends. I own an NBA team. Your other rich friends. Everybody who owns an NBA team is already rich. And most of them, some of them can't afford to buy the team on their own. So they have partners and they'll be a majority owner, but they all rich. So they don't need the NBA. They need the NBA to do like what for Mark Cuban used it for. It gave him a face. Mark Cuban was rich. Nobody knew who he was. But him owning the Mavericks made him famous. So now he's on Shark Tank. They go, oh, that's Mark Cuban. People don't even know what team he owns, know Mark Cuban. So you don't get rich from it, but you don't want to lose money either. Now, when you lose money, that's a problem. And that's what was happening to these teams. And why you're seeing so many owners now, so many people selling the team. They're just like, look, I'm just tired of losing money. I ain't want to deal with it no more. I'm paying players more and we're not winning. It just doesn't make sense. Exactly. That's right, Mr. Wilson. Steve Jobs' widow does own 2% of the Wizards. So if the players decide in their infinite wisdom that they're going to actually challenge this and take this thing to a strike to try to win over the public appeal to force the owners into a deal, the owners ain't budging. They're threatening hard caps, shorter contracts, and no more guaranteed contracts. They're going to bring that to the table. They're not messing around. They're not messing around. Y'all better get the memo. And indeed, they're not playing. Yeah, y'all better get it together. Blame James. It is his fault. He wanted to go to Miami, and the league knew what number he was. The league already knew he was going to Miami. They set this ESPN interview up, and they blame LeBron for the taking my talents to South Beach. After some thinking and all this, made a whole LeBron special for a guy who haven't done anything. It was sick. It was disrespectful to the rest of the league. Well, yeah, they got bailed out with the insurance. The NBA's insured. So they had for the first time cash in on the insurance. So they were on a loan, which they paid back. They had like so many billions of dollars, and each team got paid like 200 million. They got bailed out. That's why they had to go back to work. This is why David Stern had basketball had to come back. The NBA is not sustainable to sit out. No sports, no sports industry is sustainable to have a pause in action. No NBA company is poised to have a year-long strike like baseball did. When baseball canceled its season, they hemorrhaged in cash because the fans hit them and punished them heavy. They didn't come back to the games right away. They were pissed. Basketball fans are more stupid. They don't have a lot of loyalty. They'll just show up. Baseball fans took it personally. It's a whole different mentality for baseball. They feel they've been cheated and robbed. Believe me, they're like, look, we're not going to this game. No one is. Oh yeah, at all times, Q. Yeah, well, that's why I don't think it's going to be a strike. I think they're going to work out a deal because the players don't want to risk no guaranteed contracts. So, yep, that's the info right now. And if I find out more, I'll let you know. But that's where we're at. So I ain't gonna hold you. Thank y'all for stopping by. We'll chat later. We'll do the John Moran thing later on today. I will speak on Ja. I just felt this was more important. I was happy when they lost to the Mavs also.